Sneaky breakdown!
Woo!
We're 87.
I was gonna say I don't know what number it is, even though I should probably remember because I'm the one who fucking said it last week. But
yeah, Sam's gonna be here soon.
We hope.
Not a lot to talk about. But lots of stuff with Destiny and some bands that might stop playing. Then maybe some other stupid shit about tomatoes.
that are no longer ripe.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Suicide Squad's out and it's finally over. You don't have to fucking hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see it here soon.
I feel like the only reason we heard about it for so long was because the footage leaked from Comic-Con last year, and so then, you know what I mean, then the trailer came out. Like if it would have came out, like, I guess when they would have done it, which is like, what, when the first trailer came out, like, what, December?
Yeah.
I want to say, then that might not have been as bad, because then it's only like 8 months instead of over a fucking year of Suicide Squad.
But they also did all these reshoots on it, and it has that stigma hanging over it as well.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, you know, which is what, it's got like I think the last I checked was like a 26.
It's got a 2-star rating.
Got 26% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's reportedly not very good.
Apparently, one thing that happened is that David Ayer, is that how you say his last name?
I think,
the director of the movie, his version was super dark. And after Batman v Superman, Warner Brothers was like shitting bricks. It was like, we can't have this.
Yes, you
Let's
can.
change it. So they made a different version, and then they kind of threw them both together.
BDC.
And so
Be
it's
dark.
a tonal mess, apparently. From all the reviews that I've seen, that's like the one consistent thing, is that like the tone of this movie is just kind of all over the place. Which, you know, it's usually not a good thing when, you know, executives fuck with things, with movies.
I mean,
With
even though that movie probably isn't redeemable, I mean, that happened with Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And
But, like, with it being too dark, I feel like DC has the reputation for being darker than Marvel. And that's kind of what, at least, DC fans like about it.
You could pull people in. I mean, we talked about this, was it last week when we talked about all the Comic-Con stuff. I think me and Sam were mentioning, and I just specifically remember, I mean, you might have been in there, but like, they should just stick to their guns with the whole being dark thing.
Yeah.
Like, prove to us that you're not, that this isn't a mistake, that this is just a misstep instead of, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now they're just making it look like, oh yeah, we're sorry, we didn't mean this. And it's like,
This does not bode well for DC's cinematic universe, though.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
That's two big budget movies that really
because
didn't
here's
do
what's going to
very well.
happen. No matter what. And it's what you're going to hear, and I can guarantee you it'll be like, if they still fucking had them, it'd be like in like the negatives of like IGN's review, that now they're going to go really like more, I don't know what the word is, like almost funny. And probably be more like Marvel, and that's what people can say. It's you know, they're just ripping off what Marvel's doing, and it's just like, and so you can't fucking win. Just stick with your dark atmosphere until it fucking works, and then, you know,
That's the thing, you know.
You have to be willing to do it, though. And it sounds like this certain executive didn't want it to go there because he wanted to have the instant success of the Marvel movies.
The atmosphere of Batman v Superman was not the problem. It was the characters, the plot holes, jamming Doomsday in there.
Yeah.
You know, those were the problems, not the fucking atmosphere of the movie. That was kind of neat.
it was cool.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah.
So the big thing about this, which is the funny part, is that there's a fucking petition to shut down Rotten Tomatoes because they think that because Rotten Tomatoes influences people's opinions of movies before they come out, and that they shouldn't do that. And it had, last I checked, was like 16,000 signatures.
Here's my thoughts on this. When I saw this, I just facepalmed. One, it's stupid to get mad over something that you haven't seen, that critics have seen. Critics have seen this movie, they reviewed it, They didn't like it. Let's not get pissed off until you see it for yourself. It's just a movie. Calm down. 2, Warner Brothers could just make better movies, and then this wouldn't be a problem.
3, it's just an opinion.
That's true.
And if you did, like, kind of like with games, like, if you don't want to know about a game and possibly have things, not really major things, but some surprises spoiled for you, don't read the review.
Yeah.
Don't go looking for the reviews.
Yeah. Just see it for yourself.
My whole thing with this, and this might be a slightly lengthy tangent I go on, is that because right now in college I'm studying like multimedia and things like that, mass media and how cultural effects and things like that. And even though it's stupid that this petition exists, I mean, in a way they're not wrong.
They're not
because
wrong.
Because that's the thing. It will.
But neither is Rotten Tomatoes usually.
Yeah, but it's like the media does influence. It doesn't tell you what to think, but it influences how you think. Probably part of the thing of why maybe this movie's been getting a lot of bad reviews, and it's all about perception, is all the news you've heard about this movie for the last 6 months has not been good news. They're doing reshoots.
Yeah.
There's this problem happening. People aren't liking Jared Leto on set. There's all this weird shit happening around the movie. It doesn't look good. Same kind of thing happened where all you heard was good things about Deadpool. And even though that is a good movie, in all honesty, it is your stereotypical superhero movie just with Deadpool in it. But then people fucking love and go apeshit over that movie. Whereas this, maybe it's not as bad as people think, but it's just like, again, the perception is that you kind of go in. Which I'm guilty. I think everybody's guilty of this. If you have your head set on a certain opinion of a movie going in, it's going to be hard to change that opinion. Like, one of the things is that, like, I went in to Godzilla wanting to like it. And so even though I know that is not the best movie, I still can't help but still somewhat like the movie because of that perception. Like, that movie wasn't so bad that it's just like...
See, I went in with low expectations, so I was like, okay, it wasn't terrible.
No, that's what I did with Batman v Superman. That's why I still have a somewhat positive opinion of it, because I said it and I'm like, this movie's going to suck. This is going to be terrible. And then I'm like, okay, at least the first 2/3 of the movie, I'm like, this is actually pretty alright. Like, I can get behind this. And then, Doomsday comes in, and then it's like, all that shit. But, like, they're not wrong. I mean, the other example that comes to my mind is, like, how, and I think don't mean to speak for anybody else, but I think all three of us are a little bit guilty of this, which is we didn't have really all that stellar of opinions of Destiny right after it came out and up until the Taken King came out. Like, all the news you heard was bad news. Like, it had this kind of problem. This is what the story would have been. This is like the shit that's coming out. Everything kind of seemed bad. And then now it's like, I mostly have a positive outlook on it. It's like that kind of thing. It's like, so again, what you were saying, just, ignore it. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's also, no matter how you fucking look at it, despite what the people, even when it comes down to it, every review you see is just somebody who thinks their opinion fucking matters. Like, yes, some people have been doing it for a long time, and they maybe have a more backed opinion or a more substantial opinion, but it's like, it's still just an opinion. So, yeah.
Also, just to advocate for myself, I thought it was going to suck from day one. So
I had hope, but now I'm just kind of like, let's just see what happens.
Before any of these announcements, when they announced the movie, I was like, it's probably going to suck. So,
yeah,
that's that.
I mean, there's are problems with some of these sites like Rotten Tomatoes. Metacritic definitely has issues because it'll take, fucking. It's based off a 100-point scale, and if, for example, Giant Bomb only works on a 5-point scale. So if Giant Bomb gives something to 4 out of 5, then it scales it up to 80 out of 100, and that drags the shit down when it was closer to a better score. It's just, or even there's some places that Metacritic just gives scores to that don't even give out scores, and it's just. These sites do have problems. They're not 100% perfect, but you can get a general idea of how good something is. Like, when you look at Metacritic, and the overall is like fucking a 70 for something, and you can click there and see all the reviews, and you know, when they're all about the same, then you can get that. So they're not perfect, but you can get an idea with it too.
Yeah.
But to have a petition to get it shut down,
that's stupid.
Just go see the movie for yourself. Be your own fucking Rotten Tomatoes, man. You know?
Also, movies are expensive. I kind of want to know if it's going to be worth spending my money on.
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it's actually a tool for some people. It's like, if you're not like us and you're just kind of committed to something like that, then it's like, yeah, I want to know if I want to go see a movie. You know, it's one of those things where if it's not a movie that I have any kind of investment in, like, you know, I kind of wanted to go see, it was like kind of like, oh, cool, BFG, maybe I'll go see it. And I saw like the reviews, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay. Maybe I won't go see it.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll wait till it comes to Kendig and I spend $2 to go see it.
Yeah, that was me with Free State of Jones. You know,
yeah,
I was really looking forward to that, and then all the reviews fucking sucked for it.
Also,
like,
I mean, the other thing was there's no place around here that carried that movie too. So but
yeah, that's true.
But then again, it could be something like I saw Star Wars 5 fucking times.
Yeah,
like, it works both ways.
Yeah, like there's no way that you could take bias out of any of this in any sort of way. Especially, I mean, maybe with Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, that's more of a dump of what people's opinions are, so you get a better consensus. But like other places, it's like you kind of can't help but somebody has a personal opinion. Like if somebody doesn't like Pokemon, and then they fucking review the newest Pokemon game, I mean, of course, they're probably not going to give the best score. You know what I mean? It's kind of that kind of thing. It's like, no matter what, there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Just a stupid situation.
In terms of making money, though, Suicide Squad's a little fucked. Maybe. I mean, we'll see how it turns out, but the movies might not release in China at all, which is a massive market.
Yeah.
So that sucks. And then it apparently needs to make $750 to $800 million
in order for
to
them to
break
be okay.
even. Now, I think that's mostly for Warner Brothers to feed other projects. Because they probably lost money on Batman v Superman, and they might lose money on this one. Because apparently the production budget for Suicide Squad was $175 million plus another $100 million to Mark. So you're looking at $275 to $300 million. But then to do a whole lot of other shit, I can see the $750 to $800 million. I don't know if it'll get there.
I mean, apparently it's doing pretty okay for its for the first week, but then Batman v Superman did the same thing, and then there was a huge fucking drop off.
Dropped because everyone saw it.
Yeah,
because everyone pre-ordered their tickets over this period of time, and then
we Batman v Superman had a fucking awesome opening weekend. I think it made $154 million in the U.S., which is huge, And apparently, Suicide Squad is on track for a $138 million opening.
Okay, that's
isn't bad.
That's still. That's still a nice. Good. That's still a nice chunk of change, but it's whether or not it can keep up, even a significant portion of that. I mean, it probably will.
I feel like it'll drop off, probably like Batman v Superman. Like Batman v Superman had a record drop off. It's kind of fucking nuts how much that movie dropped off.
Yeah. I think it is the highest drop off of ever.
Also, WB probably fully expected to make $1 billion on Batman v Superman, and it didn't even hit $900 million.
Yeah.
I think 872 is what it ended up making. And I don't see Suicide Squad topping Batman v Superman.
I think
so maybe the 600 or 700 millions.
It's like I just think that they kind of went about it the wrong way. It was like Batman v Superman didn't do good, and so they're like, oh, we need to make sure Suicide Squad makes money. Let Suicide Squad do its fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then fucking make sure that the movies that you're actually still working on, like Wonder Woman or Justice League, make sure that they do really fucking good.
Justice League is the one where you can make a lot of fucking money.
Like if people are probably gonna.
I'm sure Wonder Woman will do really well too in terms of box office, but Justice League is the one, where you could just be rolling in the cash.
Just fucking
if they
over that.
grow a set and do it right.
Hopefully.
I'd
We'll see. Apparently Zack Snyder also directed a shot or a scene in Suicide Squad. I don't know what it was. I didn't read because I didn't want it spoiled. But hopefully it's a fucking sick, cool Zack Snyder shot.
It's a sick, cool Zack Snyder shot. I saw an honest trailer for Watchmen, and they mentioned that it fucking sick shots, and I'm like, yes, somebody understands our pain.
But you know what? Watchmen was actually a fairly decent movie.
They did that. Apparently, it's a very polarizing movie. I still haven't seen it. I need to do that at some point.
No, I've never seen it.
But I like how in that movie they described Rorschach as Batman if he were a dick.
Kind of.
Dr. Manhattan is Superman if he were a dick. And then apparently Dr. Manhattan's dick's all over that movie.
Oh yeah,
like just everywhere.
In the comic, yes.
Yeah, there's only like 3. There's only like a couple panels of dick in the comic, whereas like all the movie, it's like every time you see him on screen, it's just dick. Yeah, blue alien dick.
So yeah, Suicide Squad. We're gonna see it. We'll have a review up.
Hopefully. I said a guy that I work with. He said that he enjoyed it. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's not that good, but I enjoyed it," which is kind of what I'm hoping to get out of it. That it's like at least somewhat enjoyable. Which is, I mean, what I go to movies for. So
yeah,
I mean,
at least we're going to a place where if it sucks, we could just keep drinking.
we could just drink a lot and just be like,
What are you guys going to?
"We're going to the tavern
Tonight?
Yeah, we're going to the tavern." So it's just
Yeah.
gonna.
But it also sucks that this is the second time we've been to this place,
And
which
it
is an
seems like-
awesome place in our area, and it's it might not be that great of a movie, so we need to go see a really good movie there.
I'd say Rogue One, but then supposedly the news coming out about that is that might.
Doctor Strange, bro. I think
I think
that's a good chance
then-
that Doctor Strange will be good.
Oh yeah, and then we can, and then because that movie's already going to be trippy enough, we can just drink
more. We can just drink more. And
Whoa!
enjoy it.
He's running up the side of a building.
Yeah, that'll be fun. At least the experience will be fun.
That nice fucking theater.
Yeah.
We'll be in the 4th row. I mean, it'll be all right. The seats were fine there, didn't they?
I don't sit in the 4th row. I don't sit up front.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, they do.
That's what I thought. It's a curved
Yeah.
fucking screen, and it's like it'll be all right. And then hopefully we get another,
You guys will be fine.
like waitress.
Yeah, we saw Jason Bourne in the 2nd row, and it was kind of neat. I thought it was cool. Kind of got to cuddle with Matt Damon. We're real close.
When me and Sam we just saw Lights Out, which I thought it was okay. Like I thought it was really good for a modern horror movie. Like you kind of, in my opinion, you can't scale comedies and horror movies like you do other movies, because that's the whole thing. Horror movies, it's less about plot and more to be scary.
Yeah.
And same thing with comedies, it's less about plot and more to be funny. So, but this one was really good. Like it didn't hold your hand. There was a couple jump scares that got me. And James Wan's a great horror director. I mean, he did The Conjuring and he did Saw, but
Wasn't he involved in American Horror Story?
he might have been for a
I
second.
just finished watching the 1st season of American Horror Story, and I saw his name pop up. I forget what role he did in making it, but I was like, hey, you guys were talking about him.
Yeah.
Sup?
Sweaty.
Nice dinosaurs this week.
Yeah.
What was it?
You have eyes.
What was it? Wales on Thursday?
Congratulations. Yeah, it was Wales.
Okay.
Like,
Science.
like your mother.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Wow.
Sit down and bring the pain.
Yeah, we
just
got-
bend over, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be here till later, but wait, never mind. No, we're doing a video now. I was gonna talk. Never mind.
That's.
I didn't want to hear that anyway.
But there was this fucking. When
What are
we
you
saw-
talking about?
I was mentioning that we saw Lights Out, and there was 2 fucking people who kept whipping out their phone
In front of us.
into the side of us. I saw guys to my right who were doing it. They were pissing me
There was
off.
like in the row in front
And then
of us.
and then there was the 2 teens in the row in front of us who didn't shut up the
How do
whole
you know they
goddamn
were
time.
teens?
Because I
You
saw him walk
racist?
in.
Fucking
I saw him walk
racist.
in, and the one fucking guy I could hear it a little bit. He had his fucking earphones like all stupid, like draped over his ear like that, and I could hear his fucking music going throughout the whole movie. I'm like, the fuck are you doing here?
They had better things to do.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why pay
why it's
like
like
$12 for that?
some of the people in the theater, because I mean, anytime you go to see a horror movie, some of the people in the theater are kind of funny, but like that just pissed me off a lot.
It's trademarked. You can't say that.
I can't say no.
Yeah. But anyways, it's movies.
I'm here now.
Yeah. Let's talk about Destiny.
What did I miss?
We just talked about Suicide Squad and the Rotten Tomatoes thing,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
like how they're trying to take Rotten Tomatoes down because people don't like other people's opinions.
Yeah. I mean, really, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes, but you really haven't missed much.
Not really.
I mean, we kind of said the same thing like 15 times.
Alright.
Destiny, Rise of Iron, Game 4 has a whole lot of shit on it.
16 pages.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about some of it.
16 pages and probably not a whole lot of content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they mentioned a good bit of stuff, at least by what's come out.
I
That's what
know,
I heard from,
but-
like, My Name is Bife already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Bife.
That's the guy's name on YouTube.
Alright.
Progression in Rise of Iron, changing a little bit. Character level staying at 40. Light cap is going from 335 to 385. It will be increased to 400 when the hard mode of the raid comes out. Yeah. So that's that with the light. There's going to be a Rise of Iron record book, which now tracks your progress through the entirety of Rise of Iron, echoing similar systems that were used during last year's SRL event, although you had to buy that. But you won't have to buy this one. Well, you have to buy the game. But
Yeah.
For what?
It basically, like, you can track, like, how far you are along the story, but, like, almost like a percentage in a bar, and you can check, like, oh, I'm doing this quest. What part am I at? Okay, I need to do this much.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, opening up your quest menu, it's, like, just a book.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
It just basically it tracks things better than they're tracked now.
Oh.
That's basically it. Let's see here.
The only thing that pisses me off is I feel like 385 is a really
The
small
only
number to
thing?
bring it up.
Anything in the
Yes.
whole world?
That's
I think
50
it-
light level. But
Went up like 100. Well, again, I guess I'm comparing
I
it to
think
Taken
that's
King.
fine. I mean, that little April update went from 320 to 335. Look how long. We're still not to 335.
Yeah, I guess technically I wasn't to 320 at that point either.
You suck.
Okay, I'll give you that much.
Yeah.
Joel, I'm terrible at the game. I'm gonna quit.
It's going to be a whole
I'm
bunch
not
of...
even playing right now. I'm gonna quit.
It's going to be new stuff for Iron Banner and the Iron Lords. I'm not sure what that is. Trials of Osiris. The raid is called The Wrath of the Machine, and there's a new Archon Forge arena event.
the Iron Lords, I think, refer to the
But before-
new items.
Well, you can get there's Iron Lord's armor,
Yeah.
and like you become an Iron Lord. But then like part of the thing is I guess doing stuff in your Rise of Iron book, tracking book. Well, you basically by the end of it you get a full set of Iron Lord's gear.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like that thing that was just out where you got the shader and the emblem and another shader and another emblem.
But
Like a
I think
book
it's
like
you.
in that sense?
But you get like armor and weapons from it instead of
Yeah,
just
but
getting emblems.
basically
But basically
that
same
idea.
thing. That idea.
Yeah, that's
basically.
what I was saying.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
There's
Give me
new...
a life story.
Um,
God, yeah.
there's going to be new options for all the factions. Not sure what they are, but that's cool.
Ooh, options.
Yeah.
Fuck right.
There's going to be new things called ornaments, which are aesthetic customization options.
Watch it be like the Christmas DLC where you just have to decorate a fucking tree or something. If you get masks on Halloween, you decorate a tree on Christmas.
That's when SRL's
Sorry,
coming.
holidays. You can't.
Hey, there's going to be new
There's a
masks
war
this
on
year because they're
Christmas.
bringing back Festival of the
War on
Lost.
Christmas,
So.
you know.
New masks.
Yeah. So basically with these ornaments, they're just, you can change the look of your exotic gear and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, really?
Like you can add like
weapon
like
skins.
kind of.
Sort of.
It's not like
Yeah.
shaders. Like you can add like a wolf pelt to like your armor, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's that. Not a whole lot changing with progression, but it's pretty neat stuff. Artifacts are getting a big change. There's going to be 8 new artifacts. You'll be able to get 1 a week. There's going to be someone that sells the artifacts, and they will sell 3 of them a week, but you can only get 1. So over time, you will get all the artifacts. The artifacts will change things somewhat dramatically in a way. For example, 1 offers the option to melee units and gain their allegiance for a short amount of time. Second artifact eliminates your super but gives you 2 grenades, 2 melees, and increases all your stats. So they're real game changers.
So it only took 2 years to actually make part of your armor like useful.
Well, the artifacts have only been around since the Taken King.
They have?
Yeah, they're getting introduced.
What, a year then? They're fucking useless.
What? Because they're just like, here's this new thing you can collect, and then people are like, well,
I mean, really, the only thing the artifacts do now is they kind of provide a boost to your defense and stats.
That's about it.
But these will
change
the game.
Like one of them is if you get a sword, you can reflect energy with your sword. You get a lightsaber.
Another one.
I just don't understand why they didn't do that to begin with.
It's probably because they're just like they were like we should add more stuff, and then it's like, well, here, and they thought this is a good idea. We give them a new thing to get and to collect, and then they're just like they didn't think it the whole way through.
Or they thought, oh, this is a good idea. Let's stretch this, kind of like they do with most things. Like every idea this game probably had at inception, they stretched it over the course of 2 years to extend the content. Like they probably had this idea back when they first thought of adding artifacts for the Taken King. So before the Taken King came out, like, all right, this would be cool to add for this. Let's stretch this because we don't have anything planned for the future. Let's just keep this just in case. And it kind of makes you wonder about how many things that they have kept out of what they were going to release, the content they were going to release, but then they just decided not to include it.
Yeah, maybe. It could also just be time and development time. You know, maybe they had that idea, but they just couldn't get it into Taken King quick enough. You know, and they wanted to just refine it for the next release.
I mean, also like at this point, the Taken King, because at that point the Bungie was split. I'm not sure how much, but I mean they started working on the sequel, and now that's the thing with like Rise of Iron. Like I hear a lot of people like, oh, it doesn't seem like there's that much, but it's like most of Bungie's working on Destiny 2
according to Activision. The majority of Bungie is working on Destiny 2.
Didn't they have a $500 million budget for this game?
$500 million for the whole
franchise.
Franchise? How many games are there going to be?
It's a 10-year plan. So Destiny
4
for 10
or 5
years.
games?
I hope
maybe at least 3, probably maybe 4.
Because you also got to include like expansions and
so
like 4 games. That's like $250 million per game. I'd say for $250 million, I would work on that shit. Put it in the game. That's just me. I don't know. I like giving Destiny shit.
Other things afterwards with Destiny, the best event they ever had, Festival of the Lost, is coming back in October. Yay!
You need to get more masks.
Yeah, I can grind endlessly for pointless shit that doesn't fucking do anything for me. That'll be fun. And then SRL.
It's like real life.
Yeah, that's true. And then the Sparrow Racing League comes back in December, which they're adding new tracks, changing up what you can race with, all kinds of stuff with it. So that's cool. That's coming back.
And supposedly they're also adding stuff because they realized not everybody likes driving a Sparrow around. So they're like, here's some other stuff, so in case racing sparrows isn't your thing, you can still get a part of it.
You know, it could be cool as like a variation in Sparrow in the SRL, Demolition Derby.
Or like you get pikes instead,
like,
and then you can shoot
Demolition Derby using like either pikes or like interceptors.
That'd be interesting.
Or you get the Zika virus.
But I don't know. I mean, hopefully they bring it back.
The 2016 Rio Sparrow Racing.
Forgot that started.
You get the Zika virus.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's like some other cool stuff. They announced that Thorn is coming back and it's getting a quest.
Thorn?
Thorn.
Thorn.
It's the
revolver.
It's an exotic hand cannon.
Oh.
And the first gun you get in the game's coming as an exotic, except you can change the fire mode, which is cool.
Actually, it's probably the most customizable.
They said there's probably over 100 different ways that you can run that gun, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
They're reworking. There's at least one new strike, and they're reworking the Devil's Lair and the Summoning Pits. Mm-hmm. And then there's one other thing that I was thinking of that I was trying to remember.
Zika virus.
That, and then
Ebola.
You mentioned the new game mode is like kill confirmed.
Oh yeah, the Supremacy, which is
for Crucible,
and supposedly
Team Deathmatch. put that in the game.
Supposedly, there's some other Crucible thing happening, which are causing people to maybe think that either dedicated servers are coming, which would be nice,
Yeah.
or private games.
Private games would be
both
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's basically all the
Because
stuff
then,
I
like,
know.
hey, I just want to shoot the shit out of my friends in a Rumble match. I don't feel like dealing with all these other random fucks.
Yeah. Dedicated servers would be nice, even though, I mean, I never really have too many, like connection issues. I mean, big connection issues usually, personally, with Destiny, but, like, I mean...
Every once in a while it happens.
That'll fix, like, you know, the occasional thing when, like, servers go down or whatever.
Yeah.
So, that'd be cool.
Overall, you know, Rise of Iron seems cool. And it seems like what they're adding is going to be fun. I think people's expectations need to be lowered a little bit. It's not going to be the Taken King. It's just not.
Because one of the
people
it's gonna
shouldn't
be better. It's going to be more than the Taken King. You heard it here first.
And it's not going to be like a fucking game changer for Destiny.
It's going to be like a brand new full game.
Well, especially
full game worth of content.
with the majority of the studio working on reportedly Destiny 2, you know that's going to be on the horizon. So this is probably a time for them to test new ideas, possibly. I feel like this would be a very good time to do something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a couple of things, which is that part of the thing with it not being as big as the Taken King, there's only 5 main story missions, and then there's only... If you're on PlayStation, there's 4 Crucible maps. 3 and then 1 exclusive one.
Hey, I'm on PlayStation.
Hey, you get an exclusive one. And I heard, I don't know if this is true, I heard that there would be another
It's like Donald Trump.
April
I
update.
heard things.
So that would be, if there's another free update in like April, that'd be pretty cool. So that's kind of like, you know, how things are looking, more likely than not.
Thanks. You work at Bungie?
Yeah, I do.
Tell me how things are looking.
How things
How
are
they
looking.
looking?
The inside
How's
over
Destiny
here.
2 looking? Inside scoop.
Inside scoop. I wrote fake papers. I went and now I worked at Bungie and
Cool. Yeah.
I'm excited, but I'm not
Very
expecting
soon.
Taken King.
No. And it makes sense because there's only 5 story missions. Taken King only had 8.
I think
So.
I think it's about that. I think House of Wolves had 5.
Yeah.
Right around there. So that makes sense. And then
And if Destiny 2 really is fairly close on the horizon, then we really don't need something bigger than like House of Wolves.
Yeah. September. No.
Yeah.
November 2017 for Destiny 2. That's what I'm going to say.
I think it's in November.
Apparently it was pushed back.
Oh.
So I don't think they'll get
I'll agree.
September. But maybe they will. Who knows? I don't know. Fuck them.
October 2017.
Yeah. I mean, you have like 3 months to choose from. October, November, or December.
Yeah.
Or September.
August.
Fuck you. No. Maybe the April
March.
update's going to be Destiny 2. They'll give it away to everybody for free.
We'll put it out in March.
Put out in March.
Yeah.
And then they'll
It's
give you the
12
free
months.
update. And then
It's
they'll
12 months. You can release in any 12 months. There's 12 of them.
And then after Destiny 2 comes out, you'll get the April update for Destiny 1. It's like, you can play this. You can keep playing this game. You should play both of our games. Come on.
They put out their last patch for the PS3 and 360 versions. Thank fuck. Man.
Now, what are we expecting maybe from Destiny 2? Like, are we going to be able to transfer our characters over, or are we
Yes.
going to have?
They've said that the characters you make last the whole time.
Okay.
What about the decisions you make in the game? All those decisions are going to carry over, like from Mass Effect.
From shooting that guy in the face and killing
Yeah.
him.
To shooting that other guy in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To all
I
those
don't know.
characters
To
dying
mur-
around you that you had no control over.
To murdering another race's god just because. Why not?
Yeah. Shoot things. All those things you shot.
I don't know what I'm expecting from Destiny 2.
A titty bar. I'll throw one of those in.
Hopefully a titty bar.
Like
in the
Mass
tower.
Effect.
Yeah.
Have some.
That would be cool if they add like a titty bar and a gay bar to the tower. That'd be cool if they actually ran multiple events at the
Gay
tower.
bar.
They have
Yeah.
enough space back there. But
I know where Keith
It'd
would
be
be.
cool
In
to
the
explore.
hub.
Wow.
He would be at the titty bar. What'd you think I meant? You're a fucking redneck over here. Chris is gonna be in the titty bar eating buffalo wings in the titty bar.
Make sure you have the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
You're not
Is
wrong.
anything I'm saying wrong over here?
I might get a steak. I might get a steak.
A steak.
A bloody steak.
Yeah.
You might as well just rip that shit straight from the cow and eat it raw.
Why
That's
not?
basically what you do.
Why not?
I thought
If
we
it
were
was
talking
good
about
enough.
the strip club for a second.
If it was good enough for.
You can get raw steak into a strip club.
It's good enough for wolves. It's good enough for you.
It's good enough for. If it was good enough a couple thousand years ago, it's good enough for me.
They'd fire a couple thousand years ago.
Yeah, you know.
No. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Should run for president.
Fuck it, let's do it. You heard it first.
Yeah, you know.
2024.
You're not 35 though.
Hey Keith, what about this? What about all this stuff that you did?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Gee, it sounds
Every
like-
time you would see Keith in the fucking Oval Office, he's laying down.
I'm laying on the desk.
Instead of a chair, he gets like a couch put in.
Yeah.
He just like constantly starts wars. Why are we going to war with Russia?
They
You
were
know.
talking.
No.
They were talking shit.
Just so they get shot.
Yeah. He makes his vice president, gives all his speech, he's just on his phone. Occasionally he'll look up and tell everybody about some cool meme he found. Some hot internet content on
Yeah.
Facebook. Show you a picture of Jessica Negri's fucking Pikachu tits.
It's Cubone.
Who do you think was the first? Who do you think was the first president to jerk off in the Oval Office?
Bill Clinton. Actually, no, probably not.
George Washington. He had a stressful life, dude. Fighting in a war,
They
he
didn't whack
had to
off
rub
back
one
then,
out.
though. That was against like whatever
Teddy
Puritanism
Roosevelt.
bullshit.
Teddy Roosevelt.
He was out whacking it in the woods. He was like he was never in the White House, was he? He was always out hunting bears. Shit.
Grover
Doing
Cleveland.
manly shit.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fucking Taft.
Is that the one that died in the bathtub?
Yeah, that's the one that died in the bathtub.
Yeah.
That was Taft. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Taft got stuck in a bathtub.
Oh, who died? Cleveland died. in the
Cleveland,
bathtub?
I know. Well, Cleveland died. I don't think he died in a bathtub, but Taft got stuck in a bathtub.
Did Taft invent those taffy candies? They find at the beach.
It's Taft. With a T at the end, you fucking moron.
Oh, this is going
History.
downhill. So
I love history. You can tell, even though I don't know shit.
Yeah. Shut your fucking
I would
mouth.
say JFK, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, before that, everyone was just a fucking loser, and they were boring.
Well,
And he was like the first guy to come along that like banged Marilyn Monroe and stuff.
Probably. Yeah.
well, yeah, what about FDR? I mean,
He was dealing with the Great Depression.
Moving on to music.
Moving on from the shit show.
A lot of bands might break up. Maybe just 3 of them. The Dillinger Escape Plan is going to break up next year, officially. They're putting out their last album, Disassociation, October 14th. Then they're calling it quits.
Why? Why?
They're going to tour, and that's it. They want to go out on top. And they said that if you've ever seen the Dillinger Escape Plan live, their live shows are fucking insane. And they said that, you know, they don't want to be a band anymore when they can't do that type of show anymore. Because that's just not living up to their expectations and their fans' expectations. So they want to go out now while they put out one last album and go out on top and, you know, can put on their show. And then they're done. So 2017 will probably be the end of the Dillinger Escape Plan.
I think it'd be kind of funny when they're like 50 doing that.
Like 50 jumping up and down, smashing their instruments. Their hands start bleeding even more because they have old wrinkly skin. You know?
Like they can smash the oxygen tank.
Yeah. So that's that. Sad because the Dillinger Escape Plan is probably one of the most unique bands to ever exist in metal. But, you know, makes sense to go out on top. A band that's definitely not going out on top is Slayer. Kerry King says Tom Araya's future Slayer plans are very unclear.
Meaning like his back can't handle it anymore, or
Tom Araya hates touring.
yeah.
And because he has to be away from his family and all this stuff. And he said, I mean, he's expressed that he just doesn't want to do it anymore.
Like, Doesn't he have like back surgeries and is like in
that
pain
too.
like constantly?
Yeah, he can't. I don't think he can like really headbang at all anymore. So when he's playing, he's just kind of like
that's
standing
kind
there.
of ironic that's the point. The next band breaking up is the point that the Dillinger Escape Plan doesn't want to get to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Kerry King thinks that Slayer. When asked if Kerry King wants to hang it up, he said absolutely not, and that Slayer has another record or two left in him. I don't fucking think so.
Like I said,
I didn't say good record.
Yeah, that's true.
I said I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with one more record, that maybe they can get shit together. But after that, no. That's 2 records in a row. That's not good. Then they can just stop.
Yeah. And they were just talking that Slayer's been around for 35 years, and that's a fucking long career, for anybody. And that, yeah, it's probably getting there. Slayer's not as good as they used to be.
No.
I don't even think they're as good as they were fucking 5 years ago.
No.
And it's kind of a shame.
But
But
edgy.
they try to be.
He says fuck a lot in that one song on the new album. That's pretty edgy, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I feel like they're trying to be edgy because they're trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, but I mean, you could make the argument that Slayer hasn't been relevant in a long time.
Well,
Probably not since...
Or maybe in an attempt to regain relevance.
I would say probably not since, like, Christ Illusion.
I think the thing would be that they've always been kind of edgy. Like, from the beginning of their careers, they've been a band that was, like, probably at one point or another, really extreme, like the most extreme, or one of the most extreme bands out there, that they've lost touch, or they aren't as in touch with a lot of the music now that other bands have either caught up to or surpassed them, and they're still like in their bubble where they aren't as what they used to be anymore, and pushing the limit for them is still falling behind everyone else.
Like, yeah, like writing songs about Nazis, that's not really shocking anymore. And writing songs about, against Christ is, there's whole fucking subgenres dedicated to that. It's like...
what Oceana has that song about murdering someone.
Slow
Well, songs, I should say, plural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking
Slowly.
I Declare War had songs about, like, fuck the government. And My Art is Murder has songs about fuck religion. And For Today, they're edgy as fuck.
Yeah. Gonna be no more For Today. They're breaking up too.
Yeah, they're going out to protest funerals or something.
Yeah, they're giving their life to God, even more so than they already have. Gonna go fight the silence.
never
With
mind.
breakdowns.
Yeah, exactly. To me, if Tom Araya would call it quits, Slayer needs to stop.
Yep.
You don't fucking replace Tom
What if they
Araya.
got Mariah Carey as a singer?
Yeah.
Instead of,
That would work out. Raining blood.
Oh, God. Yeah, because, like, even more so, like, he's Slayer.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, maybe if Jeff Hanneman hadn't passed away, then maybe you could keep Slayer going with Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, because then it's like, basically, if there were still 2 members left, that would be besides Kerry King, I'd say sure. But if it's just Kerry King, it's not Slayer anymore.
You got James Hetfield.
Yeah, that wouldn't work out.
No.
And the other Metallica guy.
Kirk Womet.
Lars.
Ulrich.
He could fucking play Angel of Death.
Yeah.
No. Just no.
Bruce Springsteen.
That's an even funnier suggestion.
The other band's future that is unclear, which to me it should be clear,
Attila?
but no.
Is it a band that I know?
Yeah.
Are they big?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Metallica?
No.
Whitechapel? How big are they in like 1
Like
to 10?
arena stadium level big.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden?
On the radio constantly type of big.
Trivium?
No.
Like, even more constant than
Adele?
Trivium.
They're an
But
old
she's
band.
not a band.
They're an old band.
She wouldn't. Who would she break? How would that work? Led Zeppelin.
Already happened.
That already happened long
Boston. I don't know. Are they
Yeah.
still relevant? I don't really listen to like the radio much.
Biggest rock band ever. Or one of the biggest
Well,
rock bands
Metallica
ever.
is like metal. The biggest rock band ever is Led Zeppelin.
I said one of them.
The Who.
No.
Van Halen.
No.
What's the biggest fucking rock bands ever?
AC/DC.
Oh yeah, I would still say Zeppelin's the biggest rock band ever.
Angus Young said the future for AC/DC is very unclear, which is kind of a no shit moment because
Yeah.
Brian Johnson can't sing anymore. Cliff Williams, their bassist, said this tour is his last tour.
So
Malcolm Young can't because he's got Alzheimer's, I believe.
So basically just be him and the drummer.
Yeah, even the drummer fucking tried to hire a hitman, kill some people. Their
so he's
OG
not-
drummer, Phil Rudd or whatever. So he's not in a fucking band.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Doesn't Brian Johnson like going deaf or something?
Yeah, he's
going
There-
deaf.
I mean,
well, yeah.
the
So
thing-
literally all that would be left is Angus Young.
And
I
he's too old to wear that shit anymore.
Exactly.
The schoolboy uniform.
Like, well, technically, I guess if
Balls
they
are gonna
wanted
start
to,
hanging out.
like, now that it's, like, obviously clear, that because even then, like, maybe do, like, another album. But, like, that, I wouldn't even say tour after that. Like, I would be like,
If
I mean, if they wanted to make,
studio
albums,
then that's it.
if they wanted to make albums and just be like, yeah, we're not touring anymore, that'd probably be fun, because then, you know, Brian Johnson wouldn't have to worry about. And that's the thing. You don't go to see AC/DC to see their new shit.
No.
Well, that's kind of isn't that like a sinkhole though? To make albums with the production that they would want, with the staff that they would want, when albums just don't sell anymore,
Yeah,
where you
that-
have to
yeah,
tour to
maybe.
make that money.
I mean, AC/DC brings in a lot of fucking money every night.
I mean, they got Axl.
You're talking hundreds of thousands, possibly $1 million to $2.
They got Axl. They could tour behind. He's not terrible, but he's not the best.
They get Chester
Chester
Park, whatever his name is. Linkin
Chester Park.
Dude, fucking Axl Rose is making a lot of money right now, though, because he's
touring-
got that huge tour with Guns N' Roses, and he's doing AC/DC. Jesus Christ. It's like the two biggest rock tours in the world.
I mean, me personally, it's like, you know, just I would, if it wasn't so goddamn expensive, I'd consider going to see the OG Guns N' Roses just because it's OG. But it's like, what, $200?
You want to
It's
pay that
fucking
like
really expensive.
$5,000 whatever for the special?
And I
get
don't
fucked
even
in
get to
the
meet the
ass,
fucking band.
Go
Yeah.
backstage, get fucked in the ass.
yeah.
Not even by the band for $5,000.
Get fucked in the ass.
Special get ass, special anal package.
It's not even the entire OG lineup, though, isn't it?
It's most of them. I mean, most of the people, like, yeah, because, I mean, Axl and, Chris Adler hadn't been a part of the band for a long time, the OG drummer. But, like, Duff
McKagan?
Duff.
Chris Adler.
Or Steve Adler. That's what it is.
Oh, I was gonna say, wasn't that guy
Nah,
the,
so
the drummer of?
Lamb of God. It's Steve Adler, who's the OG drummer. But like Izzy Stradlin and Duff McClagan, I think, are back in it.
Izzy Stradlin.
Yeah, and like,
Well, is he?
The last thing I have, the only musical thing, is The Devil Wears Prada is going to put out their new album, Transit Blues, October 7th.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stoked on that.
No, not really.
Did you like their new song, Daughters? Me either.
They lost the guy that
Wasn't getting me.
arguably, whether you like the band or not, the guy that wrote like all the music left.
Chris Cooley or whatever was his name.
Chris Ruby.
Chris Ruby.
And then their drummer just left. And those guys were basically like everything behind the band, really, I think. At least the dude that wrote everything was like pretty cool.
Yeah. I wasn't too impressed with that new song. Just listen to their old shit.
Yeah.
Past 2 albums, I'd say. Probably the best.
never really got into them.
Yeah.
Personally.
Really?
What's
I
that?
thought you were a fucking scene kid.
What's that fucking song they have? Danger Wild Man. What's it
Yeah.
say in the beginning?
Yeah,
I saw a ghost or whatever. I'm fucking bro. I haven't listened to it in such a long time. I don't remember. They're screaming at your mom.
What?
I don't know. Moving on. New music that's out right now. Fucking listen to it if you want.
That new Katy Perry song. It's on the radio all the time.
Did she put out a new song?
Yeah, a single. At work they have like the today's top hits, whatever, playing constantly. It's all it plays is the Katy Perry song, that Pink song.
The Casey Strain?
No, not much of that.
The Wild Thornberry theme song.
And a bunch of other of the same songs. It's really just the same songs over
It's
and
like the
over.
same 12 songs, like over and over throughout the day.
Yeah. Anyways, new music.
Occasionally they'll have Keemstar saying the N-word. Just throw that in there randomly.
Bloody Hammers with Lovely Sort of Death.
Death metal.
Death metal?
Deathcore.
Doom.
Doom, fuck.
Wow.
Bloody hammers.
Brick with Faceless Strangers.
That's gotta be like hardcore. Brick just sounds hardcore.
No.
If it's
hardcore.
fucking brick metal, I'm gonna fucking flip this table.
Melodic Heavy Metal.
Brick. Like
So more
like
Iron
Fuckface
Maiden.
from Borderlands.
Yeah.
Blue Pills.
Brick fuckface.
Blue pills. Viagra.
If I was like an ultimate fighter, I would change my name to Brick Fuckface. Or what do they call it? MMA, not an ultimate. Well, the same thing.
Brick Fuckface. Blue Pills with Lady in Gold.
Blue Hills or Blue Pills?
Blue Pills. We got Viagra Metal.
Matrix metal. And then there's they're putting out a double album with Red Pills.
We're not going to change the name of the fucking band, are they? Is that the name of the band?
Yeah, name of the band's Blue Pills.
Yeah, they can't
Ah,
change
fuck.
the name of the band, idiot.
Fine, their album's Red Pills.
Yeah. Stoner / psychedelic. Carnifex with Slow Death.
Rock.
Gospel.
Deathcore. Sounds pretty
Gospel
alright.
What?
Sounds alright.
Yeah, I thought you said the next album.
Listen to the song 6 Feet Closer to Hell off that album. It's a good fucking song. Necromancing the Stone with Jewel of the Vial.
Heavy metal.
Some old fucking folklore shit. Metal.
Power metal.
Melodic death metal.
Some guys
thrash.
in wizard robes standing out on a baseball field drinking dog's blood. King of the Hill reference.
Russian Circles with Guidance.
That band.
Prog rock.
Progressive.
Post something.
Post metal.
Yeah.
That's what this says. I'd throw progressive in there too. Chinese Triangles.
American Squares.
Yeah.
China.
Tarja with the
What?
Shadow Self.
What?
I don't know how to properly pronounce her name. The old singer of Nightwish.
Oh.
What's the name of the album?
The Shadow Self.
The Shadow Self. Lights out.
Hardcore.
Lights out, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lights out metal.
Symphonic stuff. Still doing the same shit.
Just not with Nightwish.
Yeah. Bent Life with Never Asked for Heaven.
Bent Life.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
That's so hardcore.
Blackfoot with Southern Native.
What was the name
Southern
of the band again?
metal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, I was
kind
gonna
of-
say, let's say,
some kind of
wait,
racist
I've heard of that
shit.
band. I've heard of Blackfoot, so yeah. That's something like that.
Eat the Turnbuckle with the Great American Bash Your Head In.
Fucking
Hard
wrestling metal.
Hold on. The Great American Bash Your Head In EP.
That's fucking Dylan metal.
That's like hardcore to the max.
Death metal.
Damn.
The Great American Bash Your Head.
From Blue to Gray with Abstention of Interference.
Melodic
Progressive.
death metal.
Melodic death metal. Yes.
Damn.
Hades Almighty / Druth. I don't know how to pronounce it.
True.
with Pyra era black / one who talks with fog. It's a split.
It's either black metal or
Black.
folk metal.
Latin
That's what I thought.
stuff.
Yeah.
Jackal with
Yeah!
Yoko.
Fucking heavy metal, bro.
Jackal with a
Yeah.
Y.
Southern rock.
Rally, 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 ooga chugga, ooga chugga. Rally, 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 ooga chugga, ooga chugga. That song's fucking incredible.
King Buffalo
I have to show you this after that.
with Orion.
Great Plains metal.
Sioux metal.
Stoner.
Great.
Well, I mean, Indians, peace
Mm.
pipes.
Last one. Sinsanum with Echoes of the Tortured.
Hard.
Death
Some
metal.
sort of black metal.
Both.
Melodic
Black and Death?
Yeah.
Black and Death.
Black and Death.
That's it.
Cool.
We're done.
That's it. Me tight.
Thanks for watching. Bye.